how to haunt an avoidant. In this video, we're going to be talking about the response to a discard or a goodbye that keeps them up at night long after they are gone or you are gone. Okay, so before I get into this video, I want to let you know I've got 25% off my one-to-one coaching, which is available for a change at the moment. I've actually got 6 spaces left, and these spaces will be available until they are gone, and the discount code will be available until the end of the month or till when those spaces have gone. So use the discount code May25 for 25% off. Okay, so when an avoidant pulls away, which they often do, this is what keeps a relationship going a lot of the time, because the relationship is built on pursuit. It's built on somebody else leaning in, asking questions, following up. And this, as they have experienced in their past, in their life, has been very regulating, because it gives them that sense of, I'm important, I matter, and I'm safe, and I'm loved. And this is not what they mean to do deliberately a lot of the time, but it's a lot of the time what's happened in order for them to regulate. This is why avoidants tend to go away, then come back, then go away, then come back, which is completely unstable for a relationship and creates inconsistency, which creates addiction. So you have to be very careful of this, because it's what can create toxic relationships. But when you change the steps in the dance and you do not do what they expect you to do, which is lean in, which is follow up, which is chase, which is ask questions, which is over explain, then they experience a jolt of, oh, they're not doing the thing that I expected them to do. And that can make them feel unsafe. That can make them think as well. That can keep them up at night. Fearful avoidants often have this, oh, actually, that's not what I meant. Because sometimes they're so dysregulated and their state gets so activated when it comes to closeness and intimacy that they'll go, oh God, I can't do this anymore. And then when someone goes, okay, all right, that's fine, I understand, they immediately feel safer. They immediately go, oh, right. And they might feel bad about that then, and they might then feel that they find themselves thinking about it. Okay, but if they've just suddenly left and they do it in a difficult way, harsh way, then they expect you to chase them in some way. But when you do nothing, when you don't do that, when you don't follow up, when you don't ask questions, then they can find themselves thinking about it a lot more. And it might not be at first, because at first they often feel better. They feel relieved because the threat has gone. The threat has been removed because they have done something. They've gone into flight mode, and that has temporarily regulated them. Okay. But when they think about it, when they reflect, they'll go, was that a bit mean of me? Should I have done it like that? Maybe I should say sorry. Are they okay? I have literally had conversations with avoidants who have talked about the way that they broke up with somebody and regretted it and felt bad about the impact on the other person. And often they do that when the other person did nothing. The other person just said, okay, enough's enough. And the thing is that you're most likely to do this when enough actually is enough, when you don't want that instability anymore, when you actually realize that the dynamic like this can't work, when you start protecting yourself over accommodating somebody else's nervous system that's not worked on, that's not healed, that's not recognized as problematic, right? When you start looking out for you, this is when sometimes a role reversal can actually happen, when they start to feel like they shouldn't have said or done what they did in the way that they did it. And they start to think, why am I like this? Why do I do this to people? Why do I hurt people like this? Why did I hurt that person who loved me, who cared about me, who did so much for me, right? And again, I'm not saying this video to give you a manipulation tool. I'm just telling you something about the way that you can come back to yourself that can change the steps in a dance, because relationships are like a dance. One person does something, the other person does the next thing. And over time, you learn that dance and you get really good at it. And you're really good at your steps in the dance, right? You're really good, maybe, at self-abandoning for other people so that you can stay connected. And they are really good at pulling away so that people chase. Okay. So when that changes and you go, oh my God, I don't like this dance. Nobody is enjoying this dance. Okay. And then you start to go, I want to learn a different dance. I want to look after me. I want to actually grow. I want to shine. That's when things change. So, like I say, if you want any more help, I've got my one-to-one options available on my website. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to help you reconnect back to yourself. And if not, then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.